The topic which I'm going to cover is about native apps versus hybrid apps versus web apps. Now, a study reports that adult smartphone user spends an average of 4 hours per day using mobile internet, of which around 88% is spent on mobile applications instead of a web browser. So my friend, if you want to continue growing in the industry, quickly get your business on the mobile application. Now, what are the options or platforms that are available to you for building the mobile application? Now, let me walk you through the 3 platforms available to build your mobile application. The first one is native apps. Native apps are built using native technologies. Like, say for example, if you want to build for iPhone, then you need to use Swift and Objective-C as a language to build iPhone applications. If you want to build for Android, then you need to use Android SDK that uses Java and Kotlin to build your Android applications. Next is hybrid application. Now, hybrid applications are tech stacks like React Native, Flutter, Xamarin or Cordova. Using this, you need to write a single code base and you can generate 2 builds, one for iPhone and one for Android. Using native or hybrid language and tool stacks, we can build apps that will be deployed on the respective app stores, where users will be able to download those apps and use it. The third option is web apps. Web apps are of 2 types: a responsive mobile app or a progressive mobile app. Now, web apps are not a real mobile application or a native mobile application. If it is a responsive mobile app or even if it is a progressive mobile app, what you do is you open that website in your mobile app browser, and if it is a responsive mobile app, then you get an option just to kind of like scroll through in your web browser itself. If it's a progressive mobile app, you can open that website into your mobile app browser and you will get an option to add that website on your home screen. The moment you add that website on your home screen, so next time when you want to open that website again, you simply need to tap that icon which is there on your home screen, and that application that will load like an application instead of a web browser, and you will get an app-like experience. So that's a major difference between a responsive mobile app and a progressive mobile app. This web application, you have to always open it from the browser, or if you have added it on the home screen, then you just click that icon and open it from there. But these are not deployed on app stores. So that's a major difference between the native mobile or hybrid mobile applications which get deployed on the app store versus this web application. And there is a particular kind of application which you cannot build as a web application. Like, say for example, Uber or Ola kind of application. It cannot be a web application because it uses a lot of device functionalities. Other important thing which I want to make a note of it is that there are 2 key hybrid technologies like Cordova and Flutter. These are the 2 hybrid platforms which help you to build apps for iPhone as well, for Android, and as well as you can create a web version also. If you are considering building an application which you are going to launch it for iPhone, Android and web, then you must consider using these frameworks like Cordova and Flutter. How to choose the right platform for your app? Native, web and hybrid apps, each of them have their own pros and cons. So you need to ensure that you're familiar with what are the advantages and disadvantages, and this will help you to choosing right technology stack. But before you begin considering those details, you will want to identify the parameters you're working within. Number 1, time, features, budget and the target market. Now, all these are the key factors that will help you in determining whether you should go for native, hybrid or web application. Now, let me walk you through the pros and cons of each of these things. Now, native app pros. Native app, it will give you best user experience, performance. You can customize it like anything. Security and scalability is also awesome. Now, the con is that you need specialized resources, people, developers to work on iPhone separately, Android separately. And your code base too, you will have to write 2 separate code base. So definitely your cost of development will typically double. Maintaining this cost in long term can become very expensive. Now, coming to the web application pros. Web applications are easy to maintain. You can develop it quickly. You don't need to deploy it. So whatever changes you do it, immediately they're reflected to the end users. Cost effective, better accessibility, you don't need to put it on App Store. Traffic is also pretty high. Now I want to talk about the cons of the web application. Now you have to have internet connectivity, without which your web application cannot run. You have limited device feature accessibility that you can use. That's why I said you cannot build a Uber or Ola kind of a platform. Web apps are not listed on the app stores and other marketplaces. Now I'm going to talk about hybrid app pros. The first thing is fast development, because you're writing a single code base and you are able to create two builds. One is for iPhone, one is for Android. And you don't need to have two different people doing the coding. So it saves almost a lot of money for you in long term. The cons: you may not be able to get the best user experience as compared to native. And you may face a lot of customization challenges if you are not aware about native technologies. Now let me conclude. Though I have told you all these points, why you should consider native, why you should consider hybrid, why you should consider mobile, what are the pros and cons, but still, believe me, it can be very pressing and daunting task for you to decide whether you should go for native, hybrid, or a web application. So in case you are still confused, in case you want to know more about web, hybrid or native mobile app, get in touch with me, and you can find the contact details in the description below. And for such more information, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.